In the previous video, we implemented a parallel program that can calculate a p-value. We left a knob to tune the number of threads to use. In this video, let's discuss how the number of threads can impact performance. We're going to conduct the first performance analysis in this course. For any performance analysis, we first need to understand the hardware and the software to use. Here, we have a test platform that equips an AMD EPYC 7302P CPU. It has 16 cores and 32 threads, so each core can run 2 threads at the same time. It is a hyper-threading CPU. The platform has enough memory than needed. We run the program on a Ubuntu 2004 Linux system. We run the program written in the previous video. We generate 100 million points. Initially, we alter the number of threads between 1 to 50. Later on, we will expand the range. On the right side of the slide, you can see that I have plotted the platform figure. The x-axis is the number of threads. The y-axis is the execution time. So the lower the points, the higher the performance that the program demonstrates. Note that the y-axis is on logarithm scale. We can divide the curve into several regions. First, when there are 1 to 12 threads, the performance doubles as the number of threads doubles. The threads run independently and there is generally no conflict between the threads. Between 12 to 16 threads, the performance did not change much. The threads are saturating the cores. However, between 16 to 32 threads, we see that the performance continues to increase. That suggests that hyper-threading starts to kick in and can really improve the overall performance. When we have more than 32 threads, the performance is close to 24 to 32 threads, but not as good as 32 threads. That is because we have more threads, and the scheduling overhead starts to impact the overall performance. Since we mentioned the scheduling overhead, let's expand the region by adding more threads. As we add up to 500 threads, the performance is stable. There is no major performance drawback. And the operating system and the CPU can handle this number of threads. So what is the limit? As we keep adding more threads, we can see the overhead starts to kick in. Between 500 and 5000, the execution time starts to increase mainly because the scheduling overhead increases and the zero part of the program, which averages the pi's calculated by each thread, starts to take more time. Overall, we can get the conclusion that selecting the number of threads that is equal to the number of cores or the number of threads of your CPU is likely to be a good option. It is likely to be true for most of the programs. However, programs may have different characteristics and hardware may be optimized for different workloads. To get the best performance, you will need to benchmark your own platform and workloads.